Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I am returning with more Bad End Theater. So I just want to apologize in advance. I feel like my cough has gotten bad again. Not bad, but I feel like I have a cough again. Like it was kind of going away and now it's here again. So last time I played through Everybody's Route twice. We unlocked a few different endings. I said Everybody's Route, you know what I mean. I played every character twice. This time I'm going to try to turn things on. I guess it doesn't matter what traits you turn on for your own character that you're playing as, it just affects everybody else. So, and it explains here what they even mean. So, yeah, oh my gosh, my throat, seriously. It's getting on my nerves, and I don't have anything to drink right now, unfortunately. Okay, let's... I guess we're gonna make the underling hungry. I don't even know how this is going to affect things. Let's just turn random things on. And sure. That doesn't make any sense. Does it even matter if we do possessive? Let's just see what happens. Alright, you are the hero. You liked, well, we already read all this before, so we don't need to read this again. Yeah, maiden, in trouble, even though she's not actually in trouble, and in fact she kind of just ran away on her own. Let's just run away. Forgetting your pride, you escape with your life, but you can't return home now, blah blah blah, reputation, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, let's just see if they let us in. I want to know what happens if we go inside and the princess, or the maiden isn't there. They seem to trust you and escort you directly to the Overlord's chambers. That was easy. The Overlord is alone. You ask about the maiden, but the Overlord doesn't seem to know what you're talking about. Was she really never here? You wonder what could have happened to her. The Overlord says that she wishes she could help you, but you're the first human that's come here in forever, at least that she knows of. You think of how you probably shouldn't trust her, seeing as she's a demon and all, but you can't really prove she's lying either. You apologize for the intrusion and return home to your village. Okay, so this time the maiden got eaten before she even made it there. The maiden was never found. Useless hero end. What? That's just how it ends? That's so stupid. That's kind of funny though. Okay, well, guess we'll just leave it at that, because it's not make you hungry. What if we do make him hungry? Actually, I want to see what happens. Let's do that, and let's just turn all of these on. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. Well, it doesn't matter. Whatever. I'm just picking random things at this point. Let's make the Overlord possessive again. Okay, let's do it. You're a maiden. Oh wait, I keep reading everything over and over again. Blah blah blah, we're leaving and we run into this dude. Save us! You yell, but a hero does not come. And we get bitten. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, this is just the same ending. Okay, I need to turn that off then. Dumb. Okay. I got the same ending as last time. Okay, I guess we have to shout. I think because every time we try to be nice to this guy, he eats us. Okay, he's gonna take us to the Overlord. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. I feel like maybe I should read this so you guys, but I feel like that's just super repetitive. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens, or to do anything else that would agitate the humans. And blah blah blah. Just go home and stop bringing up with Destiny so much, blah blah blah. Yes. Maybe I shouldn't have made her possessive, because I feel like this might have led to like something good happening. Because the demon, or the demon isn't going to try to assassinate her. No, well, too late now. You realize that must be why you never heard of any demons attacking your town, blah, blah, blah. We've seen this before. I kind of wish there was a skip button. Okay, here we go. The hero is here. You're surprised to see him. The hero asks what's going on. You explain the situation. The hero expresses his relief. You apologize for causing trouble, but really didn't anyone read the note you left? Okay, here we go. The hero asks you to return to the village with him to give everyone the news of your safety. But the Overlord objects to the hero's suggestions. You tell her you plan on returning soon, but she isn't having it. You feel nervous. The hero puts on a brave face for you. If you won't let her go, maybe you demons are evil after all, and if you are, I'll be forced to vanquish you. You leave me no choice. The Overlord suddenly jumps the hero. She tears into him with her claws. You want to cry out, but the scream catches in your throat. You watch because you can't look away. Had she really been lying to you all along? You wonder, is this your divine punishment for questioning the divine plan? The Overlord approaches you now. You back yourself into a corner. Her expression is complicated. Being captured by the Overlord in a horrible way like this was your destiny after all. But the Overlord stops, or rather, someone has stopped her. Whatever held back your scream before doesn't stop you this time. The Overlord is being ripped to shreds by one of her demon underlings. You think you'd recognize them, but it's hard to tell with all the blood. Whoa! Betrayal! Everyone stopped moving now. The room is silent, save for the underlings' heavy breathing. You thank them for what they've done, even though it was awful. You feel you've been rescued from a terrible fate. They look at you, confused for a moment, but then puff out their chest. You should probably go home. This place is dangerous. You follow their advice and make your way out of the castle. You decide never to leave home again for the rest of your life. That's depressing. But yay, we survived! Alright, let me take a look at... I can't believe there's 41 endings. I feel like I'm just getting a lot of repetitive ones. Says there's an ending to get here. Let's see. Hero slaughters his way through the castle. Maybe I should actually like try to go for like the best ending instead of just being super sporadic. I did not mean to do that. Okay, I'm gonna try to do everything right. No! Oh my gosh, can I get out of this? I think I'm stuck. Oh wait, no, there's a way out. Get me out of here. Oh wait, I can skip. There's a whole setting that lets me skip, and I keep doing the same thing over and over again. No. Wait, no. Okay. Oh no, I see. Skip after choices, transitions. Wait, how do you even skip? What's the skip button? Backlog. Wait, I don't know how to skip. How do you skip? I guess I could just save, but eh. Okay, we're gonna make... Okay, we just did the maiden, so let's do the underling. So... Dang it, I keep doing that. Oh my gosh. Why am I being so stupid? Okay, we don't want you to be dutiful. We never even see this guy. Let's have the maiden be polite, because maybe we won't eat her this time. The Overlord... I guess we'll make her antisocial? I don't know. Let's make this guy diplomatic. Okay, we're gonna do this. Let's see what happens. Okay, how do I skip? Oh, tab! Oh, here we go. Okay, so normally... I feel so stupid. I wish I knew that from the beginning. Okay, so normally in the story, the demon goes off to have a day off or whatever. He just wants to go hang out outside, basically, and get out of the castle. But whenever he runs to the maiden, normally she screams out. So, for a hero to save her. But this time we made her polite, so she's just introducing herself. She greets you and she says she has a favor to ask. You consider your options. Let's not eat her. Is this considered its own ending? But I'm gonna try to do all the right actions this time. I mean, I'm gonna guess because I don't actually know what's right, but yeah. You're in a good mood today and are rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Humans don't usually talk to you, so this is kind of exciting. You hadn't guessed it would even be possible to understand each other before now. The maiden is going on and on about some kind of destiny she's trying to fulfill. The bottom line, from what you gather, is that she wants you to take her to the Overlord. Sounds like it could be interesting. Besides, you have nothing better to do. Satisfied with your day out, you take the maiden back to the castle and present her to the Overlord. They seem to be getting along just fine, so you decide it's about time to go. It's about time for a nap. And I think we know what's going to happen next. Okay, I'm going to tab this. Alright, so these guys want to kill the Overlord and overthrow her. So obviously if we say this, we're going to die. I don't even remember if I did this last time. So we're going to have to, unfortunately, we're going to have to agree to this if we want to survive. But wow, this sucks. Do we have to kill her? How are we supposed to save her? Oh well, time to die. You figured the cleanest way to do this would be to dig your claws into her throat, so you do just that. Wait, didn't I do this last time? Yeah, Oh wait, maybe not. She wakes but not in time to stop you. You watch as she chokes on her blood, cursing you, before finally expiring. That felt terrible. You remind yourself it was either her or you, and you weren't about to let yourself get killed by anyone. What happened to the maiden? You leave the room to find your friends waiting just outside. Oh, maybe she went back home. They look pleased. Only now do they realize they must have... Oh wait, I have seen this before. Oh man, I got this ending before. Okay, well that was pointless. I am curious if that's considered its own ending, where you eat her. I don't know, I can't even tell. I guess not, I think she would just die. So let's just do that, because I didn't get any new endings. Okay, skip. Wait, how did I get here? Wait, what? How did I get all the way over here? Okay, let's overthrow her or let's not. Wait a second, wait a second, wait a second. You decide to ask your overlord for a day off. She gives you an earful about responsibility and unquestioning obedience. You wait for her to finish her lecture before returning to your post. Oh, so... What? Oh my gosh, we didn't even get to leave the castle this time. Wait, no. Let's not overthrow her. You tell your friends you were totally not serious about this whole thing. You're actually cool with the status quo. After all, life must be pretty dang good if the only thing you have to complain about is that you live so comfortably there's nothing to do. The others nod, but don't seem convinced. You say a coup d'etat would be more effort than it's worth. But you're still going to be a rebel and sneak out of the castle. Your friends praise your mischievous ways. I think I accidentally turned on one of her traits without thinking. The change of atmosphere excites you. You spend some time rolling around in the grass, wild and free. Have I seen this before? I think I have. I'm just like repeating everything. Okay, we're going to eat her this time. Maidens aren't the best meal, but you figure you should live up to your demon name and strike back against the humans. You start devouring the maiden without so much as a second thought and feel quite proud of that. Other humans would surely praise you with curses if they were around to see. Oh man, if only someone could have been watching. Time to find... Oh wait, didn't I do this before too? And then I became like... Yeah. Okay, I think I did this last time and I died. Why am I so bad with the demon story? I guess because I kept messing up early on with the maiden. You figure if people are this upset at just the sight of you, they won't fully appreciate any terrible acts you'd commit. Also, they might fight back. That probably wouldn't end well. You're just one little underling after all. This little day out has been adequately refreshing. You return to the castle thinking you'll take a nap. After a few hours of sleep, you're rudely awakened by the sounds of battle. You emerge from your room to find that a hero has slaughtered many of your friends and work associates. What a jerk! Dude, you just ate the maiden, so she didn't even do anything. Avenge your fallen comrades! Who does this guy think he is? Coming in here and killing everyone like some maniac? What did we ever do to him? You lunge at him while he's busy driving his sword into the guard who sometimes brought you food whenever they noticed you were feeling kinda down. You like that guard. You wish with all your demon heart for this hero to suffer for his deeds. You bind into him, tearing flesh from bone. It tastes like iron. The hero struggles. You feel his sword go through you, but there is no pain, only retribution. More of your comrades pile onto him as your consciousness fades. The hero is overtaken. Your army has won. You have earned your rest. Victorious underling! I mean, I died. I don't know if that was really worth it. Okay, okay, we're gonna make the underling hungry again. I'm gonna turn all of this off. Well, not that it matters. And I don't want the hero to try to kill me, so we're just gonna leave him alone. We're gonna make the maiden polite. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I wanna see what happens. We're the Overlord and we live in a castle, but we don't want any problems, so we keep to ourselves. Okay, we're just gonna give him the day off. Yes. You are awakened by one of your underlings. A hero wishes to speak with you. Okay, this is different. He inquires about a maiden who is rumored to be here, but you've never seen her. Oh, I didn't even make him diplomatic, oops. Humans don't visit often, or ever really. As the hero takes his leave, you wonder why he totally trusted you there. Heroes traditionally kill demons. This guy seemed like he was bad at his job, in your opinion. Whatever, you're still feeling sleepy, so you go right back to your nap. What? Didn't you say... Okay. You don't make any sense to me, Overlord. You're trying not to cause problems with humans, but you're thinking this guy's bad at his job for not killing demons. I don't know. She's the only demon we know about aside from her army. You hear voices in the hall. You aren't sure how long you slept. The sound of a shutting door forces you awake. Oh, maybe I should have turned off the assess. I should have turned on the trait that makes the demon not want to kill us. Well, shoot. Now we're on fire. You try to escape, but something's blocking the door. You're having trouble forcing it open. What is this? Someone didn't want you getting out. Are you... Oh, we've already seen this. I think we just die here. Yeah, oops. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Let me be smart. So we're gonna... I'm just gonna give him all of these traits. I think that's the only way I can get through this alive. We're gonna give him the day off. Maybe I shouldn't have done that either. You drift in and out of sleep. You feel uneasy, but aren't sure why. We didn't even see the hero this time. The sound of a shutting door forces you awake. Before you know it, everything's in flames. No! We just got the exact same ending. Okay, one more time. Let's not... Okay, I know what I want to do. I know what I'm going to do. We're going to yell at him. Okay, here we go. You're awakened by one of your underlings. They brought a hero, inquiring you about a maiden. You tell him you don't know anything. Humans never really visit this place. He believes you and goes home. Actually, this is different dialogue, even though it's like the exact same event. You figured he might try to fight you, but you're glad to get back to your nap instead. Until you wake up to something completely unexpected. Are you freaking serious? What the heck? You suck! What? That like barely changed anything. Well, shoot, I don't know. I guess tries to kill us. I don't know. The only thing I can think of is coward, but it feels like these don't even matter. Okay, blah, 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 blah. It's gonna be a tyrant. What? How did we I think we just got set on fire again. This is so stupid. And we died again. I've gotten the same ending like 3 times. Or like, not even 3, maybe 5. Okay, maybe we should just give him the day off. And, okay, this is getting stupid. Alright, forget it. We're gonna have him not eat the maiden. I was just trying to see if I can get this guy to kill us. Maybe I have to do dutiful? Okay, finally. You awake to a huge commotion outside. A hero has shown up and started totally murdering your soldiers! What the hell, guy? You rush out into the battlefield to confront this jerkwad. You curse at him and very rudely inquire his reasons for doing all this. The hero yells at you, demanding you return the maiden you're holding capture. You don't know what he's talking about, but you can't forgive his actions. You do battle with the hero, but he has grown strong from cutting down your army. You are unable to defeat him. With decisive swings, he stabs you and cuts you to pieces. You fall. You have failed your subjects. It doesn't look like we're cut into pieces. You spit curses weakly. You wish you'd been stronger. Maybe you were never suited to be the Overlord in the first place. The truth was, you were never that much more powerful than the demons who served you. It was the title, the control that gave you strength. These are your thoughts as you are swallowed by darkness. I guess that explains why we keep kind of getting murdered by an underling of all things. Okay, at least we got a different ending that time. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at this chart just so I can see. Okay, let me try to get all the right actions. It looks like there's a lot of things that I've done wrong. Although, okay, I need to be heroic. Hero finds the maiden, the Overlord is upset. Okay, we can't make her possessive. Oh shoot, we have to slaughter. Oh shoot, we have to kill them? There's gotta be another way. Okay, we don't have to do that. So this time we're gonna flee. You can kind of see the silhouettes. This looks like the maiden, so something about the maiden here is relevant. I have none of her traits, by the way. We're just gonna make her polite. Okay, so let's see. I think it said I had to make her antisocial, so we're gonna make her antisocial. We're gonna make the underling not hungry because we don't want him to kill the maiden. And I don't know if I want these things on or not. I probably don't, but I'm gonna leave them on. Okay, let's try it. Okay, so this time we're gonna do what we did last time and flee. Here we go, we found the maiden! On your way to the Overlord's castle, you spot a maiden heading back towards the village. She couldn't have come from the Overlord's castle, could she? This may be the exact maiden you're currently seeking to rescue. You approach her with curiosity. You ask the maiden what she's doing. Doesn't she know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? It's dangerous. The maiden explains that she spoke with the Overlord, and it turns out the demons never had any diabolical plans to harm the village or anyone in it. Oh shoot, this leads to an ending right away. But we're gonna try to do things right. Believe her. You have no reason to assume she's lying to you. Even though her story is kind of hard to believe, you feel you should trust her. You tell her you're pretty surprised that everyone has been wrong about demons all along. The townspeople must be informed of this immediately. The two of you return to the village. They had all been so worried. They praise you for your bravery. But the maiden quickly sets the record straight. There was nothing she needed to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers look to you for an explanation. You politely inform them it isn't your story to tell. You merely ran into her on the way to the castle. She explains that the Overlord isn't interested in capturing maidens or anything of the sort. Yay! Wait, what is I can't tell if she looks irritated or not. The villagers turn to you again in disbelief. Oh yeah, I can see why she'd be mad. They aren't being subtle in how little they trust this maiden's story. You totally believe her, but to placate... Is it placate or placate? It's placate, right? Yeah, to placate these fair citizens, you volunteer to speak to the demons personally, just in case. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You're too busy thinking what a great and reliable hero you are to hear what they're saying. The town elder's voice breaks you out of your thoughts. Who are these people? He implores you to meet with the Overlord immediately and says they'll all keep an eye on the maiden until you return. You figure that sounds alright, but the mood is kind of intense for some reason. Did you miss something? You aren't sure what's going on, but you get the feeling it might be bad to leave the maiden on her own. But she suddenly takes off running. Oh, you thought the two of you were in this together. Her actions have convinced the crowd that she's obviously been a liar and a witch from the start. What? What is happening? People are shouting for you to hunt her and her demon friends down already, but that doesn't sound like a very heroic task. You can't help but feel these people are wrong. It's up to you to try to catch up to her, and to talk to the demons in order to clear up this misunderstanding. You valiantly dash after the maiden toward the Overlord's castle. But you were too late. Through the unguarded gates, you spot a group of demons surrounding a body. The maiden, she was a fool to have trusted the demons after all. Your hero blood is boiling. You'll avenge her death. You charge through the gates to eliminate every demon you see. Oh shoot, oh my gosh, I didn't know they cussed this bad. I'm not gonna say it, you guys. What the F are you doing, killing all my soldiers? Normally, I don't know how YouTube feels about like cursing anymore. I don't think it's that big of a deal, but I try to keep this channel a little PG. The Overlord is angry. You've had to exterminate her and all of demonkind. You clash again and again, but the Overlord isn't going down easily. You're both dangerously low on health when everything goes black. Your quest has come to an abrupt end. Well, shoot. That got crazy. But we got a new trait, trusting! Okay, we're gonna be the maiden again. Let's make him trusting. I don't even know. Let's just try these traits. Oh hey, that was crazy. Let's see. Let's introduce ourselves. I don't think he'll eat us, right? She lectures the underling that brought you here, who was apparently told not to leave their post. Okay, this is different. So, he brought us to the castle, and now she's lecturing him. You wonder what cruel punishment awaits them. But, to your surprise, she lets them off easy. The underling is dismissed, and the Overlord turns to you, looking very interested. You explain why you've come, and she squints at you. It turns out she never had any plans to capture maidens or do anything that would agitate the humans. Okay, we've seen this before. The Overlord tells you again that you should get lost. How rude, you just got here. Let's obey her, so we can get a new trait. You don't want to cause any trouble, so you figure it's time to go home. Along the way, you encounter a hero. He asks what you're doing. Don't you know the Overlord's castle is, like, right there? You explain everything that happened. He is very surprised that demons don't seem to be as malicious as you were raised to believe. The two of you return to the village, hoping to communicate this to everyone. They had all been so worried and are very glad that the hero brought you back. You quickly set the record straight. You weren't rescued, but there was nothing to be rescued from in the first place. The villagers seem confused and look to the hero for an explanation. He tells them he only ran into you on his way to the castle and that this isn't really his story to tell. You explain to them how you met the Overlord and that she's not actually interested in capturing maidens or other mean things like that. The villagers look again to the hero for confirmation. You feel a little miffed that they seem to prefer his word over yours, but you don't say anything about it. The hero proclaims that he believes your story, but volunteers to go talk to the demons himself, just to make absolutely sure. The crowd breaks into hushed whispers. You hear words like trickery and demon sympathizer being thrown around, which makes you frown. You're pretty shocked that everyone's this hesitant to believe you. Does the hero even trust you? You weren't sure anymore. And okay, so that explains why she just walked off. An old man implores the hero to go speak with the Overlord immediately. He says she should... Isn't he like the head of the village? Or is that... I don't even know. He says he should be held prisoner and considered dangerous until the hero returns. Much to your disbelief, the crowd agrees with him. Because, of course, if you are conspiring with the demons, they can't afford to let their guard down. The whole village would be slaughtered by monsters. The hero isn't saying anything. You'll be tied up and tossed into a cell at this rate. Okay, so this is different. If you're going to be held captive by anyone, it's going to be the Overlord, not your fellow countrymen. Oh, shoot. Run! You boldly announce that you'll accompany the hero to prove yourself. You'd rather risk what's out there instead of staying in a village that doesn't trust you. No one seems to know how to react. You grab the hero by the wrist and take off before anyone stops you. Nice. Uh-oh. Near the castle's entrance, you spy a group of suspicious demons congregating. They're talking about assassinating the Overlord. You have to warn her. But the hero shakes his head. He says that if this is the true nature of demons, the world is better off with less of them. This isn't right, you think. What kind of hero passes up the chance to save a life? The demons have taken notice of you. It's now or never. You take off into the castle, and the unreliable hero follows shortly after. You burst into the Overlord's room, all your words spilling out at once. You should probably slow down, but there's no time. The Overlord seems to have followed your frantic explanation, but clearly doesn't understand the urgency of the situation. The underling you recognize from before barges in, calling you a liar. You're surprised they were part of this evil plot. They seemed so nice. The other demons come in right after them, saying the whole thing was the first underling's idea. Everyone's shouting at each other now. It's really stressing you out. I know this is getting crazy. You're relieved when the Overlord demands silence. She threatens them with violence, and you think she is very Overlord-like in this moment. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the little one behind. You watch as it pounds on the door in distress. Dang, we're all together now. Have they locked you all in? You have a bad feeling about this, and thinking that must have jinxed it because now the room is engulfed in flames. If only you had ignored those demons before, you and the hero wouldn't have stumbled into this situation. If you had just pretended not to hear them, if you left as you were told, only the Overlord would have been killed. But you couldn't have done that. That path isn't an option for you. You think that no matter what, you'll always strive for the path where everyone survives. It must exist. It simply must. The Overlord seizes her underling. They beg for their life. You pray. You don't know what else to do, so you just pray. The Overlord's claws pierce the underling's chest. They scream an awful scream. She digs and twists her claws into the poor thing while you continue to pray, but there's no saving any of you now. You, the Overlord, the hero, and the underling's corpse are consumed by flames. Devout Maiden. I feel like we got kind of close there. I mean, we all died, but... I don't know, I'm kind of curious. Look at that, we just messed up on this part. I don't know what this is supposed to be then. Maybe... I feel like possessive doesn't make any sense. Because then we can't even leave from the get-go, so... I don't know, or maybe we do have to make her possessive, who knows. Let's go back to doing the underling story, though. Okay, so... I'm trying to think how we're going to do this. Let me look at the underling things, because otherwise I'm just going to keep running into the same problems. Apparently we almost made it to the end. I'm going to try to get these true endings, because I'm curious about them. Okay, so we have to, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna make her polite. We have to make her obedient and resolute. Okay. It's the demon lord that's the problem. I guess there's only one true ending? At least that's how it looks. Okay, oh shoot, no. Okay, I want to do this right. So, let's see. We have to make her antisocial, obedient, resolute, trusting. Okay. I don't want to make her a tyrant. Maybe I have to make her a tyrant. I don't know what this last one is supposed to be. I don't know if this is a trait that I'm missing or what. I don't know. I'm just gonna turn all of them on. This might be a bad idea, but let's just see how it goes. Excuse me. I think we have to say we're gonna overthrow her. Okay, we're not gonna eat her. Hear her out. You're in a good mood today, and you're rather curious about what the maiden has to say. Okay, we've seen this before. The Overlord asked you where you found this maiden, knowing full well that you left the castle when you weren't supposed to. You apologize for disobeying her, but hope that the maiden is interesting enough present that you may be forgiven. The Overlord nods and says everything's cool as long as you always listen to her from now on. You're impressed with what an easygoing boss she is. You mentioned how you can't believe you and your friends even considered overthrowing her. She gives you a look and you say, that was just a joke, of course. She smiles and dismisses you. You decide it's about time for a nap. Why would you tell her that? Okay, and then we have the assassination plot, which we have to agree to, unfortunately. Okay, now we're back at the scene we saw earlier. You and your friends turn to notice a pair of humans have overheard your entire conversation. They take off into the castle. Are they headed to the Overlord's room? Crap! That's not what that said, but you guys can read that yourself. The Overlord will kill you for sure if she found out that you were conspiring to take her out. You dash into the castle after the humans. Sure enough, the maiden's already frantically telling the Overlord everything. You shout that the humans are liars! Your friends soon arrive to back you up, except they don't. Instead, they blame the whole thing on you. They say it was all your idea, and that they were just going with the flow, too scared to refuse your crazy plan. You can't believe they told the Overlord such a blatant lie. He always knew better than to trust them. You're the one who didn't have a choice here. You all shout at each other until the Overlord demands silence. Regardless of who led this I don't even remember what her voice sounded like. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. She sounds tough, but lately all she does is sleep. You doubt her strength. You hear your traitorous friends mutter something about going back to Plan A, and suddenly the door slams shut. You're trapped in here with the Overlord and the two humans, and then the room bursts into flames. You pound on the door, screaming curses at those who betrayed you. The hero joins you, vowing to slay the lot of them. You wish you'd get that chance. The Overlord grabs you by the throat. You cry for mercy. You're forced into this mess. You're sure now that she would have killed you if you'd sided with her. Or they would have killed you if you'd sided with them. I don't know. But the Overlord doesn't hear your pleas. She drives her claws into your chest. At least she made it quick. Well, shoot. I already got that ending. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. Yay, traitorous underling. Okay, I think I have to get... There's a trait I'm missing from the Overlord that I think will get me what I need to get, which is a problem because I don't know. I guess I just have to do the same thing over and over again. Or, bleh, I guess I just have to do what I just did again. Okay, we're gonna try this and see what happens. Blah, blah, blah. Give him the day off. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, I think I screwed up. Hold on, go back. Because I think I do have to be a tyrant, don't I? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, I don't really care then. Blah, blah, blah. Tell them let's just give them the day off then. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, wait, we died! Crap, did I mess up? Oh, why are you dutiful? I feel like it randomly assigns these traits. Why was he suddenly dutiful? I wonder if we have to... No, I think killing the demons is bad. Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. Blah, blah, blah. I think we have to say go home. Oh, I wish I could see it on the screen. Okay, go home. The maiden does what she's told and takes her leave. Oh yeah, we never saw this from her perspective. You figure you may as well go back to bed now. But you don't get to rest for very long. The maiden suddenly bursts into your room, accompanied by a hero. She's trying to frantically communicate something to you, but you're still half asleep. They tell you a group of demons is after your life, and you still don't grasp the urgency of the situation. One of your underlings barges in next, shouting that the humans are liars. They're followed by another group of demons, crying that everything was that first underling's plan. Everyone is shouting over each other now, and it's very annoying. You yell for all of them to shut their traps. You have no doubt that your servants would let their ambition cloud their judgment and lead them to try to take your throne. Regardless of who led this conspiracy, I have no choice but to punish everyone to keep you all in your place, crushed beneath my heel. Saying that made you feel very Overlord-like. You weren't sure if you have the strength to back it up, though. Lately, all you do is sleep. Okay, so she thought the exact same thing. No! They're going back to plan A. Maybe it'll give me the option not to kill the underling. You, the maiden, the hero, and one of your underlings are trapped inside. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. The underling pounds on the door, cursing at their friends for betraying them. The hero pounds on the door as well, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. So this is how you'll die. Burned alive in your own room by those you thought you could trust. You should have expected this from a bunch of idiot demons, though. You notice the maiden crying. Why does she have to die over something that has nothing to do with her? Perhaps she was cursed from the moment she spoke to you. You wonder if you're cursed as well. You're so filled with anger and frustration, you don't even notice that you've grabbed the underling those traitors blamed everything on. They cry for mercy, saying that they were dragged into this plot, knowing they'd be killed if they took your side. They cried that they didn't want to have to kill you. You almost feel sorry for them. Oh, sweet. Forgive them. You release the underling. Okay, so that's what we had to do. Killing them wouldn't make you feel any better. Besides, they've already gotten their punishment. You'll all burn together. Wait, no! Wait, that was her true ending? That we all die? Okay, so at least we know we get different endings. Before you're taken back to reset the story once again, you pause for a moment. True end, you say to yourself? What was the point of all my effort if the true ending isn't this terrible? You must have forgotten where you were. This is bad in theater! Is the pain setting in? Oh, but you should have been well aware of what you'd been shown when you entered this place. It's a problem I've seen quite often. At some point you grew attached to my little cast. You started to relate to their flaws, their plights. You started wishing for their happiness. But you aren't going to find that here in my theater, my lovingly crafted labyrinth of suffering. Anyway, I hope you pardon the interruption. You're making great progress. The choice to continue on to the next ending is always yours. I'll leave you to it, dear guest. Okay, let's do one more, because I feel like I did a lot of... I can't believe her ending is just, we all burn to death. But that was just her ending, so... I can do everybody else's and get a different outcome. So let's do the heroes. Okay, blah blah blah. Yes. Okay, we're gonna do it. Let's go! Alright. Also, the mask character reminds me a little bit of the... Was it the Jester? I don't know if any of you guys have played Dicey Dungeon, but like, whatever the bad guy's name was. I kind of miss Dicey Dungeon, honestly, but I don't like the challenge mode. Okay. We see the maiden, we trust her. As you stand there not sure what to do, the maiden announces that she's going to prove her story to the village. She drags you along with her. She has much better odds with you around, so you don't object. Adventure awaits! When you make it to the castle, you spy a group of suspicious demons hanging around near the entrance, and you can't help but overhear their conversation. They're talking about assassinating their overlord. Sorry. This proves to you that demons really are foul creatures. We have to tell her about this. Sorry, I read that weird. I don't know why I read it so weird. We have to tell her about this. You don't understand what the maiden is thinking. The world is better off with less demons. They're all cold, ruthless creatures that should be destroyed. And those same creatures have just noticed you eavesdropping. The maiden takes off into the castle, and you have no choice but to follow. You burst into the Overlord's room. The maiden frantically tries to communicate what you just overheard. A demon underling barges in next, calling you liars. It's followed by the group from the entrance, who shifts the blame onto the little one. These demons only care about themselves. How low can they be? You begin shouting at them, and the whole room dissolves into shouting, or into noise, until the Overlord yells for everyone to shut their traps. She threatens them with violence. This Overlord is no better than her subjects. Oh my gosh, why is he hating on all these people? You grip your sword tightly. If you have to cut through everyone here to get this maiden to safety, you certainly will. The group of demons hiss to each other before shutting the door, leaving the runt of the litter behind. You glance around for another exit, but there isn't one. You have a terrible feeling about this. In an instant, the whole room is in flames. What kind of demonic magic is this? The underling pounds on the door, upset that it's been betrayed. You join it, vowing to slay the cowardly demons on the other side. The next moment, the Overlord has taken hold of the underling. It's crying for mercy. Is she going to kill it as retribution? It continues to cry and make excuses, but the Overlord does nothing. To your surprise, she lets it go. Are demons capable of mercy? You guess it doesn't matter now. You'll all burn together. Oh, it's the same thing. That is so stupid. We all burn to death. Okay, I guess next time... Well, let's read this really quick. No matter their perspective, the true ending remains the same. That's what makes it true. You couldn't resist seeing it for yourself, though, could you? I wonder what will happen when you collect them all. Will you give in to despair? Or... I don't know. But next time, I'm going to go ahead and get the true ending for the maiden and the underling, and then, I don't know. I might just leave it at that, because there's a lot of endings, and I feel like I'm just repeating myself over and over again. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time, but goodbye for now.